filming today's video in style. I just did something nice for myself and I got one of my dream dresses from one of my dream companies. So I thought to just frolic in it today because it's huge, it's fluffy, it's beautiful, it spins, and I love it! Oh, okay, so anyways, getting to the video. Hello my sunflowers, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here to the garden, we are so happy to have you. A lot of people noticed that my get to know my characters video was taken down and is no longer there, and that is because we are going to redo it right now because we have a ton of new characters to talk about, and plus there was some information regarding characters and stories that I talked about that has changed. So I would rather give you guys the new information so that no one gets confused. Good luck getting through this video because I am about to talk your guys' heads off. And we also have about 40 characters to go through. Good luck. I need my notes so I don't forget anything. Knowing the odds, I'm probably gonna forget like one person because every single time that I've recorded this, I forgot something. Oh! Before we get into this, I want to talk about something real quick that people are constantly asking for, people are super excited for, and that is my book, Golden Legacy. I know I've talked about it a few times. The synopsis has not been revealed. At first, I started talking about characters that are in the book, but that may or may not have changed in the course of a little bit. Sorry. Anyways. So my book Golden Legacy is not going to be done for a little bit longer because books take a long time to finish and everything like that, but there are some disclaimers that I want to put out there verbally because I put it on my community posts and my Instagram and TikTok quite a bit, but I just want to make sure that this is out there and so that no one comes to me for it down the line, because I really hope that people aren't looking for anything professionally made. Like, you know, it's not gonna be professional at all. The whole point of this project is simply just for fun. The story and the characters that are in this book mean the absolute world to me. There is so much reasoning behind why all of this has been created, and you guys will finally understand why, and I can't wait to talk about the characters, talk about certain details in the book after it is done and some time has been given for people to read the book. It's a huge thing for me, and this means the absolute world to me. There are going to be mistakes. There is going to be grammar errors. It's not going to be perfect, but that's exactly who I am. I am not perfect, but I am amazing in every way, shape, or form, and that's definitely going to reflect on my book. So I don't want anyone going into this thinking this is like the most incredible thing. Nah. It is perfect to me in every single way, and if you're a fan of fantasy and if you can read one single line and conjure a huge story in your head, then I do think you're going to enjoy this. But Golden Legacy is full of action, adventure, fantasy. It's a very, very, very fantasy story. Like, very. I think it's really cool, and I think it's very unique, and in my opinion, I think it's also a little bit different. Yeah. Is there anything else I need to mention? I think that's really all I need to mention right now. But again, the character list, the synopsis, and all kinds of stuff like that won't be revealed until closer to when it is done. But overall, I am terrified. But yeah, that's really all the details that I have about my book right now. A lot of people think that they know what's happening in this book and in this story, but they actually really don't. So I'm super excited. I really hope that people enjoy it once it's done. But anyways, enough about my book. Let's get into talking about my characters. Alrighty, so this list is very randomized. I kind of just needed to keep everything on a list. But yeah, the first person we are going to talk about is my love, Vivalda. Vivalda is my warrior character. I've made all kinds of stories with her. There is nothing new about that. Sometimes she is a princess becoming a warrior, a servant becoming a warrior, a peasant becoming a warrior, or just simply a warrior existing in the world. At the beginning, Vivalda was not put together at all. I barely had anything, and I was just beginning this way of storytelling with fantasy stories and characters. So she had a bunch of black makeup on, she had a gold halo, and she had very simple shoulder pads and a very random off-the-shoulder dress. I had no idea what I was doing. Would I ever pair that up again? No, because that's just, I can do better than that now. But yeah, she looks so much better now. Her look will constantly be changing, but anytime you see a warrior character that is either blue, black, or possibly purple, it's Vivalda. Or I'm just having fun and have no idea what I'm doing. So I technically show Vivalda in different colors, and it's just because I love colors. I think the warrior look with different colors is so fun, but I didn't want to make too many looks that were different colors because I feel like that would have just been way too much. So blue and purple were always my favorite. Black too, I guess you could say. They were always my favorite looks for her. I love the way I do her makeup, the streaks down her eyes, and then the beautiful blue eyes, or the purple eyes, whichever ones I choose for that day, just depending on my mood. I love her so much. She is so awesome. She is courageous. She is bold. She is daring. She is strong. And I just love her so much. Vivalda came to me when I was much younger, when I was around like 11, 12, 13, maybe 14. And that's because there was a point in my life where I just needed nothing but strength and courage and power and the will to just continue, basically. And so in my head, I conjured up Vivalda, and then I finally brought her to life many years later on the camera. I've been writing for her for a very long time, and she has just turned into probably one of the most amazing creations I have ever brought to life. She has inspired so many people, and it makes my heart so unbelievably happy because I never thought that would be possible for people to fall in love with something I created in my head when I was very little. And as I mentioned before, anytime that I'm just depressed, I'm anxiety ridden, I'm overwhelmed, I just need somewhere to go, I need someone to go to, I immediately come into my space, put on her armor, do her makeup, do her hair, put on that giant halo, and I feel the strength that I gave to her all those years ago, and I just love her with all my heart. And she's just amazing. And I don't know, I get emotional talking about her because she's everything. And it all pretty much started with her. So yeah, that is Vivalda, my warrior. A huge fan favorite. People are constantly asking for more content from this character, as if she didn't get like a whole 3 months to herself when she was pretty much first created. We are going to talk about my solo captain, Calypso. Calypso came at a time where there was just something missing from my group. I had warriors, I had queens, I had fairies. There was just something missing. And I thought, why not just throw a crazy little pirate in there? And then Calypso was born the next day. And the first project that I created with Calypso was the Cursed Crew. Love the Cursed Crew. That is one of my favorite videos and one of my favorite concepts that I've ever created. And so many people love that video. And that makes my heart so happy. I will say right here, the Cursed Crew and the Call of Calypso are not intertwined at all. The point of the Cursed Crew was I just wanted to make like a fun, spooky little children's story of someone telling a spooky story. So I love that story so much, love the concept of it, but there are obviously like little details from the Cursed Crew that are in the Call of Calypso, and it's so much fun. We have experimented with different looks for Calypso, one where she had shortish, wavy, orange hair with a plain white top, her gold necklace, and then a simple pirate's hat. And then I decided that it needed to be so much more than that. So I got her a longer orange wig, and then I gave her like this whole ordeal gray, blue, and red setup. And then after that, I kind of realized she doesn't look how I want her to look. She always either had red or orange hair. And then I randomly experimented with a red and black outfit with dark red hair and a different pirate hat, and she looks so much better now. I think what I love about this look now is that she just looks more mature, she looks more powerful, she looks more courageous, and I love it so much because that's exactly how I've written her. And it's really cool to see the two different looks specifically side by side, because it's just like, wow, there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference in her vibe, and I love it so much, and so many people love her to death. Like, oh my gosh. People love Calypso so much more than I thought they were going to. And I think she has to probably be the #1 favorite out of all of my characters, which I think is insane. But her story, The Call of Calypso, will continue on later. There's a certain reason that I'll elaborate on later on. But I love her so much. She is so freaking cool. And when I'm hanging out with her, it's just so fun. She is so fun, and I love her. But yeah, that is Captain Calypso. We've only talked about 2 people and I feel like I've been talking for like ever already. All right, who's next? Oh, a character that I don't talk much about and she's not seen as much. And it's just because if there's a character that you see that goes missing, there's not a whole bunch of content for them, it's mainly because of either makeup or it's because their look is just not put together at all. For this character, it's just because doing her makeup is the biggest pain in the butt for me. And it's just because like when I do like full face makeup paint and stuff like that, it's just really tough on my skin because I have really sensitive skin. But we are going to talk about my alien, Venus. I love Venus with all my heart. I think her look will forever stay the same because it is so simple. It is so pretty. I don't know what it is about her. She just looks so pretty. I love the black hair. The splats of makeup on her are actually purple. And she just looks so pretty. She looks so simple, but like not at the same time. So I love her. She's so pretty. I will be bringing her back soon. I just need to find a new top because honestly, I think I lost that top. Not relevant to the story whatsoever, but I just like pointing out the small things. But Venus does have a story and I love talking about this story, but I haven't really shown much of it. In my head, I see this being like a really spooky silent film, and I've always wanted to make a silent film, especially a silent film about aliens. I've always wanted to do that myself. I'm not sure when that's going to come to light. There is a name for it, there's a synopsis for it and everything, but it's going to be very challenging to create when it's just me, myself, and I. But I really hope to bring that to light one day because I think that would be so fun, and I think it would be very different from the things that I've created. Sometimes Venus is a good guy, sometimes she's a bad guy, sometimes she's invading Earth, sometimes she's protecting Earth, sometimes she's hiding in plain sight with humans but dressed as a human. Man, words are not on my side today. I think you get what I mean. But I love Venus. She's so pretty and I think she's so cute. We will be bringing her back eventually, but that is Venus, my alien. I'm a little too hyped talking about my characters. I gotta calm down a little bit. Hold on. All right, we're also speaking a million miles an hour. Kay needs to calm down. I am so sorry. I'm definitely trying to do better at like breathing while speaking, but we get a little too carried away. Also just been having a hard time lately. My anxiety has just been really bad lately, to the point where like my body goes numb and I feel like collapsing. I think that's actually what's going on right now. God damn it. Like it's really cool in here, but my body just feels like it's like freaking out for no reason. I'm sorry. I might take this out of the video, but also I like to show like the real things in real time because I don't really do that too often. Damn it. I should be okay. That does happen a lot, but that is why we come in here. We talk about the things we love and we use that to cope with what we're dealing with, and man, it happens sometimes. It happens a lot more than people think, but we're going to continue. Oh no, I feel like crying now, son of a bitch. So when that happens, it's just because my body tightens itself for no reason. I'm not suffocating. Like this dress is very airy, very flowy. My fans are on, I'm okay. But then my body just likes to freak out for no reason. All right. There is a fine line between the excitement and then the anxiety that comes to ruin the excitement, but we are going to continue. We got this. All righty. Who did I just talk about? I think I talked about Venus. Let's continue, people. All right. Next on the list, we have a very, very, very underrated character who I think is probably one of my most unique characters. We're going to talk about Red, the Moon Witch. I love Red so much. I love all of my characters. I'm just going to keep saying that. But Red is super interesting to me because she is written in a bunch of different ways. Sometimes she is evil, sometimes she is not, sometimes she is hiding among humans, sometimes she is out cursing people. It just depends on the day. But what I love about red is that red wasn't ever supposed to be red in the first place. Red was actually supposed to be a Red Riding Hood horror meets the big bad wolf in one. But then I put on the cloak, put on my black dress, and then I was like, nah, I want to do something completely different. So I started drawing on my face, plastering on the white face paint, which is one of my biggest enemies when it comes to content creation. And then boom, red was born. I love her look so much. It is so pretty. I love her cloak is red and her makeup is red, but it's not too much. That's what I love about it. And then the gray hair just looks so pretty. And I love the crystal crown that I give her. And I have these gloves that I'll wear that have like white and red nails on it and stuff like that. And it is just so, so pretty. So red, it's kind of hard to explain because people are like, okay, is she the moon? And I've never really elaborated on this except for on Discord. I tell Discord a lot of like little things. But so say you take the moon and you rub your hand on the surface of it and then a bunch of dust falls to the ground and collects in a little pile. And then that pile emerges and grows up and forms a person. That's pretty much how I describe red. Is she is essentially a gift from the moon. A gift. Or a curse from the moon itself. But that also gets confusing because I also have a character who is the moon. We'll get into that after this if I can remember, since I don't think she's next on that list. Anyways. Oh man, I just feel like passing out. This sucks. I can do it. I can get through this. While yes, we come here to escape the anxiety and escape my nails look green in the yellow light. Ooh. Anyways, while yes, we come here to escape our inner demons, sometimes they interrupt. Gosh, stupid, go away. Anyways, continuing on, red is really freaking cool. When I hang out with red, I feel the power, I feel the evilness I tend to give her sometimes. And I just think she's so menacing, she's so scary sometimes. Like, if it came to real life and, you know, I saw this in front of me, oh man, I wouldn't want to push her buttons, I wouldn't want to say nothing. I'd just be like, all right. I'm not like, your wish is my command. I will do whatever you tell me as long as I stay on your good side. But I love red. She's so cool. She's so pretty. And so many people love her too, which makes my heart so happy, because at first when creating her, I didn't think people would really care for her. And I was wrong. But yeah, that is Red the Moon Witch. Also, I don't think her look will ever change. I love how unique it is. I love the makeup. I love the red. I love the white. And it's just, she's so pretty. And I love her so much. But that is Red the Moon Witch. What weirdo could be coming next? Oh, another character who kind of disappeared for a little bit, because for some reason I can't seem to put this character together the way that I see in my head. So we're going to be talking about Seraphina. I don't talk about her too much, only because she did disappear for a little bit. We had some fun with her and then she kind of dipped and disappeared. So Seraphina is like a very woodland enchantress, I would say. Not necessarily fae, but enchantress, because I do see a difference between the two titles. She has big black wings, and a lot of people have said that she reminds them of Maleficent. And I love that because she is highly inspired by Maleficent. I love Maleficent with all my heart. I love Maleficent so much. And she is slowly becoming a resemblance to Maleficent in the live action. I imagine her wearing very brown, like rugged clothing that's like all torn and stuff and very woodland-y. I want her crowns to be gigantic and I want them to be brown, and then I want her wings to be brown. I want them to specifically look more like falcon wings. I think that would be so cool. There's not a whole bunch to her. I have written her in many different ways. I don't really like the way that she looks right now because it's so simple and so basic, and it's just boring for me. But she also disappeared for a little bit because the wings can be a bit much when it comes to a tiny space sometimes, but we're doing better at like giving space and like organizing my costumes and my accessories and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll have an easier time with that soon. But I love Seraphina. I love the thought of embodying like my own like type of Maleficent character, because again, she's just my favorite. She's so cool. Again, I see her as a villain and a good guy, more so a good guy, but if I wanted to portray her as a villain, I think it's so cool and I think it is so fun. But yeah, that is Seraphina. Oh, another character who kind of dipped, because when she was first put together, she was not put together well, like at all. Again, this was around the same time when Vivalda first started coming to life. We're going to talk about Calista. Calista at first was wearing a green long sleeve shirt with brown horns that hurt. And she had orange makeup. What kind of, man, I don't know what that was. But at the same time, like I give myself a bit of slack because it's like that was the very beginning of everything. So Calista now looks very different. She's not fully put together yet. But she is going to have the white splotchy base makeup with blue like eyeshadow and like really pretty eye makeup, and then white horns. I'm not sure what color wig I want her to have yet because I don't want her to look different from another character. But overall, we're slowly working with her. We're slowly bringing her back. She doesn't have any story particular. She's kind of like just a really fun, whimsical little fae. Yeah, there's not a whole bunch for her right now since we're still working with her and we're just bringing her back. I just brought her back a little bit recently, but the hair is not hairing for that look. So I have a lot of experimenting to do with her, but we will see Calista return very, very soon. And right now we're making really good progress. I think the way you'll know if it's Calista is again from the white splotchy makeup and then the blue eye makeup. But yeah, that's Calista. Alrighty, now the moon. The moon, her name is Delana. Delana is not put together at all. I just put her makeup together like randomly because it was at the time when I did Done For from Epic the Musical and did that really pretty like sun goddess look. So it was at that time I was like, okay, well I want to make more like sun and moon videos, and then I just started putting on blue makeup, put on a blue dress, put on a blue background, and just I called it a day. I did not like that. Her look is going to change and I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to change it, but you'll be able to tell when it's Delana. Anytime you see something that has to do with the moon, it's Delana. That look was just not looking. It was not mooning. It was not Delana-ing. So we will be changing that up soon, but I love Delana. I love the idea of Delana. And now a lot of people have said this, but no, Delana is not Red's mother. If anything, she is like, again, a curse or a gift sent from Delana to wherever she is. I like that concept. I think it's super cool. But however, would I possibly portray in the near future that Delana is Red's mother or creator? Probably. We're this whole entire thing is like a giant multiverse, and it's really fun because I love writing all these stories in different ways. But yeah, that is Delana the moon, subject to change. Alrighty, so since we talked about the moon, we're going to talk about the sun. My son Cyrus. I love the way Cyrus looks. I think there's something missing to her. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I love the contrast of the white off-the-shoulder dress and the very vibrant orange and yellow makeup and the gold hair and the gold halo. I think it is so, so pretty, and she's so cool. I love portraying her and Delana in videos together because the contrasting is so pretty. So what I love about Delana is she's both beautiful, but she can also be terrifying, just like how I see the moon. Like the moon is the light in the dark, and that is like really scary for me. She has the beauty of the moon and the power of the moon, and again, like the contrasting between the light being in the dark, I just find so hauntingly scary yet beautiful at the same time. So she is, again, both beautiful and she can be scary at the same time. Now the sun, Cyrus, is so pretty. I love her look so much. The contrast between the white dress, the gold makeup, the gold halo, and the blonde wig I think is so pretty. And then in contrast to Delana, it's so fun to put them in videos together because they are just so pretty. There is something missing from Cyrus's look, but I'm not sure what it is just yet. But she is essentially the complete opposite of Delana. Delana is very flowy, very elegant, whereas Cyrus is just like boom in your face power, you know. It's kind of like how fire and ice works, you know, like they're opposites, but they work together. Cyrus is very bold and very daring, whereas Delana is very like cautious, you know what I mean? I haven't portrayed many videos of them together, but when they are together, it's just so pretty, and I feel like they're a very powerful duo. But that is the moon Delana and the sun Cyrus. Ooh, a new character that so many people have fallen in love with. Man, I did not know so many people would love this look so much. At first, even I was iffy with it, and I was just like, this is weird. I don't know how I feel about it. But we're going to be talking about my new character, my Fire Fae Cheshire Cat Avatar Lion, Viadan. Viadan, I think, is so cool and very unique. I love I love the suit she wears. I love how my hair just like poofs out in front. I think it really compliments her. And her makeup literally does look like a cross between like the Cheshire Cat and an avatar and a tiger. But I love it. I think it's so different. And what's cool is that I've portrayed her as a very magical fairy or an enchantress, whichever way you want to see it. And I've also portrayed her as a villain, like a ruthless villain. And I love it. She fits both so well, and I think it's great. But when I first portrayed her, I showed her in a video with Silva, and it's just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful video. I love that video so much. And after I posted that video, I was just like, she's so pretty. She's so different, and that's what I love about her. But she's really cool, and there are so many more videos in store with her. But yeah, that is a Viadan. Another very underrated character. I love this girl so much. I need to hang out with her more, but I only don't because I feel like I just like words. Hold on, malfunction. Okay, we're gonna talk about Aladora. Aladora is one of my most badass characters ever. She is awesome. The way she looked in the beginning versus now, I think is so powerful, and she's just so freaking cool. The reason why I don't hang out with her so much is because I feel like her and Vivalda clash just a little bit, because again, I don't want to make people think I'm making a bunch of different warriors that have different color schemes and stuff like that, but I love the red. All the red is just so cool. At first I didn't give her a red wig, but then I started experimenting with it. The first red wig was terrible. Absolutely not. I hated it. I hated it. But then I got this wig that's more of like a purpley red, and she looks incredible. I love her look so much now. She is awesome. She is bold. She is daring. She is a leader. She is fearless. I love Aladora so much. I will be hanging out with her a lot more because a lot of people love her, and a lot of people are just always like, hey, like, we want to see more of her. Okay. But yeah, she is really cool. I love the gold halo, the gold and red armor. I want to experiment with a different armor for her because, I don't know, something about that is just kind of missing a kick. It's missing a boom. It's missing an oomph. I don't know. Something's missing. But I love the fact that I don't give her shoulder pads, and I love giving her like the furry cloak that connects to her armor because I feel like it's really different. She's so badass that she just feels like she doesn't need like, you know, arm covering, shoulder covering, because she's just that good at fighting. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love Aladora with all my heart. She's so cool. The way that she used to look in the beginning was so stupid. But we all start somewhere. I give it slack. But now she looks incredible, and I love hanging out with her. She's just so awesome. But yeah, that is Aladora, my warrior. We have so many more to go. Are you bored yet? Liar. Turn on. All right, next. We're gonna talk about Phoenix. We're gonna talk about Phoenix. Oh, my darling Phoenix. So Phoenix's look over the years. Phoenix, rewind. We're going to talk about Phoenix, the dragon. Dragon. You know how many times people go into my comments and they're like, you're cosplaying Satan, you're cosplaying the devil, you're cosplaying Satan. I can no longer follow you because you're cosplaying the devil. Just because you see red skin and horns does not mean it's any of those things. When I think of a dragon, I think of red, scaly skin and horns. Dragon. D-R-A-G-O-N. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Anyways, so Phoenix in the beginning was not put together. I thought the scaled armor was a cool idea, but it's just because I couldn't put that on my skin. Now, if I wanted to, I probably could. Anyway, so in the beginning, as much as I know people loved it, I, however, did not. Now, looking at it and knowing how my characters have evolved, I love where we started, but she looked ridiculous. I did not like the way that she looked. I thought she looked a little silly. And then the most recent look before the new one, she was wearing a scale mail top, black hair, the black wings. I did not like that at all. And that's because the black wig just clashed with the black wings too much and something was missing. And then one day I decided to paint my skin red, which, by the way, does not stain. It just gets stuck in my nails because people are constantly like, this stains your skin. That probably stains your skin. No, it does not. And then I love her wig. I love the gold wig with the horns connected to the wig. I think it's great. There is a lot of work to be done. I can't even show you guys a freaking photo because I did not take any good photos with her. But we are very close. We are very close to getting her to look good. Working with red paint can be really difficult because I'm not at that right shade of red yet. I have drawings of her. I have concept art of her, but like we're not there yet. And you know, there's only so much I could do with like clothing and like special effects and stuff like that when it comes to makeup. But like, we have a lot of work to do. But you will know it's Phoenix because it's a dragon. A dragon. Anyways, but I love her. I don't really have a story for her just yet either. But I want to have a story. Sometimes she's the last dragon. Sometimes she's protecting the last of the dragons. Sometimes the dragons coexist with humans. It just kind of just depends on the vibe that I feel for her. But I love her so much. And I definitely think she deserves a little bit more love than what people have showed her so far. But I cannot wait to work on her look just a little bit more as her wig just stares at me right over here. But yeah, that is Phoenix the dragon. Alrighty. Oh, and next we may as well talk about my Star Wars characters as well as my hero and villain characters because they pretty much all have the exact same description. None of them have a specific story or a specific description or anything like that because I've made them have all kinds of different stories and it just kind of flips over and over and over again. Anyways, so my Star Wars inspired characters, we have Kalia the Jedi, Scarlet the Sith, and then Nerrida the Grey Jedi. I love their looks so much. I feel like Kalia needs a little bit more makeup to incorporate with the blue. And then her hair needs to be done a certain way. I always have it in a stupid ponytail with like a little moon. I love the moon, but I feel like I need to do something more with her. But again, anytime you see the Star Wars inspired characters, they always have a lightsaber. That's how you can just tell the difference between the Star Wars characters and the just regular hero and villain characters. I love Scarlet. Scarlet is so fun. I love the black cracks, or sometimes they're red, but typically they're black. Excuse me. I love the black cracks that go up her face because it's so cool, and I feel like it's very different from your typical villain-ish characters. And sometimes the cracks will go like down her arms and stuff like that. I love that. I think it is so cool. I love making videos with all three of my Star Wars inspired characters together because it is just so cool. The color contrasting is so cool. Even when it's just Kalia and Scarlet, like the contrasting is so cool. I love making the whole hero, villain, anti-hero, anti-villain videos because they're just so fun and they're typically always relatable. And then we have Nerrida. I love Nerrida. Sometimes I'll portray Nerrida having like her hair half up, half down with two braids and then the moon's coming out of her braids. So pretty. I love the purple contrasting with like the black dresses are always so beautiful. I love her. I love her. I don't work with her as much as the other two just because sometimes I forget. That sounds really bad. Sometimes I'll write her as being more good than evil. Sometimes she's just straight up evil with good intentions. But yeah, those are my Star Wars inspired characters. Now on to the hero and villain characters. Their looks change all the time, but typically it's 3 characters. 3 characters. So my hero characters, I say characters because of the different looks. It's typically the same person, just different looks. My hero characters, that is Nova. Nova has been with us for a very long time. Her look changes. Sometimes she wears a pink suit. Sometimes she wears a blue dress. Sometimes she wears a white outfit. Sometimes she wears what the heck ever. Sometimes, I lost my train of thought. She will always have the title of hero. And then my villain character is Victoria. Love, love, love Victoria. Lately, I've been giving her this look where she has the red veins that go up the side of her face, and then she wears this really pretty gray floral suit, and her hair is put up in a ponytail. I don't know what it is about that look, but it is gorgeous. I love it. And then her other look is typically a black suit with red veins, and then her hair is in a ponytail. Again, wherever you see the title villain, that is Victoria. And then we have welcomed a new character that I have not really said the name of, but a lot of people really like her look, and that makes me really happy because I think it's very different compared to the other characters that I have. There's this character that I brought to light just a little bit ago where it is a black and white butterfly look with butterfly makeup, or sometimes I won't do the makeup because it's really hard to do multiple makeup looks in one day sometimes because I just get really tired, unfortunately. But her name is Mariposa. Mariposa. Butterfly in Spanish. I have a really hard time pronouncing my words in Spanish. There we go. Sometimes I can't even English. So, whatever. But yeah, I love her. She's so pretty. I love doing her hair, and I love doing the butterfly makeup, and I love the suit. It's so fun. Sometimes she will be a villain. Sometimes she will be an anti-hero. Sometimes she will be a hero sidekick. She kind of just floats around like a butterfly, literally. But yeah, that is Mariposa, Victoria, and Nova. Oh, an underrated character who I am trying to work on because her look is missing something. I don't know what it is, what it's missing, but we're going to talk about Aerowen, who is a frost spirit, frozen fairy, enchantress thing. Oh, these titles just don't exist sometimes. But Aerowen is a very icy character. Her skin is practically made of ice, but you know, that's really hard to portray. The reason why we don't see her that much is because there's something missing. There's something. Her makeup to me seems very bland, but I kind of like that. You know, not every character needs like a very intricate design, crazy wigs, crazy makeup, crazy crowns or dresses, but I do want to get a new costume for her or put together something new because something is missing. I love Aerowen though. Aerowen is just so pretty. I love all the blue and the white, and she's very pretty, but there's something missing. We will be bringing her back eventually, just when her look is more complete and more put together. A lot of people have been having a hard time pronouncing her name. It is Aerowen. Not Aerowen, it's Aerowen. That probably doesn't help. I say it very interestingly. Aerowen. 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 Yeah. But yeah, I love her. There's not a story for her either. Maybe one day in the works there will be, because I love like the icy characters because I find them to be so cool and so pretty. But yeah, that's Aerowen. Another character that disappeared off the face of the earth a very long time ago, but we will be bringing her back. We're going to talk about Echo. Echo sometimes is a fairy, sometimes she is an immortal goddess. Yeah, how you know it's Echo is that she will always have a white wig with white horns, and her makeup will be a beautiful shade of orange with red lips, and sometimes she either wears a red dress or a dark blue dress, or maybe even a white dress. Nah, because the white on white kind of throws it off sometimes. But I love Echo. I love the idea of her. She definitely needs new horns because I didn't like the freaking purple flowers on the white horns with the orange makeup. That did not look right. But a lot of people have been asking for her to return, and that makes my heart so happy because I definitely think she deserves more love. She is a very gentle character. She has nothing but love in her heart for humans sometimes. I portrayed stories of her where she is falling in love with a mortal. She yearns to be with humans, but that comes with a price and stuff like that. But I love her. She's such a sweet character, and she's so pretty, and she is very unique and different from the other ones. But we will be bringing her back eventually. There's just a lot of characters and a lot of costumes and a lot of projects that I am working on. So I'm kind of trying to get them done one at a time versus trying to work on all of them at the same time, which I tend to do, and that gets a little overwhelming. But we're doing good, and we're going to be bringing her back very soon. But that is Echo. Alrighty, who's next? A character I could talk about for hours, literally hours. We're gonna talk about my forest fae creature, fairy, Silva. I cannot tell you guys how much I love Silva. Silva was created about a year ago in June on camera, and I brought her to life a year ago. And oh my gosh, the difference for her is absolutely insane. I love her wig so much. When I started creating that and putting the leaves in, I was like, oh, this is gonna look stupid. But then I put that thing on and I was like, I made that. That is so freaking cool. She looks incredible. I have all kinds of different makeup looks that I'll use for her, but typically if you see any character that's all green, it is Silva. And I will always use that wig for her no matter what her makeup looks like. She just... she looks amazing now. I cannot tell you guys how much I love her. She is powerful. She is a force to be reckoned with. She is intimidating. She is scary. She protects her forest at all costs, no matter what. She is so freaking cool. I'm sorry, I can't tell you guys how much I love Silva. Silva's so freaking cool, guys. I can't. She does not have a story just yet, because there are a bunch of different stories that I could use for her, but when that story is done, I think it'll be really freaking cool because she's just cool. I can't stop saying it enough. But I cannot wait to buckle down and get a story written for her because I just think it'll be just as cool as the way that she looks. So many people love her, and that makes my heart so happy. I'm gonna just keep saying it too much, but I love Silva, and so many of you guys do too, and that makes me so happy. But yeah, that is Silva, the Forest Fae. Another fan favorite, we're gonna be talking about Artemis. She is my artificial intelligence, cyborg, robot, humanoid character. I love her. Anytime you see any of those phrases being thrown out there, that is Artemis. Artemis does stand for something, but I don't think I've said what it stands for yet, or maybe I did somewhere and just completely forgot. Artemis is super cool. I love doing the whole scientist versus their creation type of videos. I don't have a name for my scientist yet because that's not really an official character just yet. She does have a story, but I'm not going to elaborate on it for just a little bit just because it's a very complicated story. But I love Artemis. I love working with the scientist versus AI videos. Those are so fun, and I feel like the artificial intelligence ideas can be so scary sometimes, and I love it. She's so fun to work with. She's very intimidating sometimes, but she's also very chill sometimes. But yeah, we're still working on her, and I'm so glad that so many people love her. But that is Artemis. Real quick, typically how you'll know it's Artemis too is when she has the white hair and the really cool icy blue eyes, but sometimes I'm lazy and don't want to incorporate either of those. So sometimes I'll just wear my hair down and just not put in contacts. But anyways, that is Artemis. Alrighty, next we will talk about my siren character. And before anyone comes in the comments being like, that's not what a siren looks like, blah, blah, blah. This is fantasy, and we don't argue about fantasy because even if it doesn't make sense, it makes sense because it is fantasy. Anyways, so the name of my siren originally went to my mermaid character, but I've been hanging out with my siren more than a mermaid character, but we're still working on a mermaid character, so she is unnamed for right now until I have a design ready. But my siren's name is Nerrida. I love hanging out with her because she's so evil. Sometimes, but most of the time she's evil because it's just so fun. I love the evil characters and we know that. I recently hung out with her, haven't posted the videos yet, but I love the look for her. My hair is like slicked back. She has pearls in her hair. The red makeup is awesome with the white eyes and the seashell top that I made. I love that thing. It is stupid heavy, but I love it. She is so fun to hang out with, and I just love the ocean characters. They're just so fun. Yeah, she's a pretty simple character. She's just a very evil siren, but that is Nerrida the siren. We still have 17 characters. Holy crap. Alrighty, next we are going to talk about my little Fawn. I love Fawn. Fawn has been with us for a long time now. Fawn is such a gentle little character. She is so whimsical. She is so bouncy. She's so happy. She is one of the best comfort characters. Like if you need a hug, you need someone gentle to talk to Fawn. Fawn is just, oh, she is such a beam of light. Like if you're feeling down and you're saying everything's fine, she will haul your butt to a lake so you guys can watch the butterflies and watch the sunset over the mountains. I love her. She looks so much better now. She looks put together and she looks so much more mature now, and I just love her so much. Her stories are all over the place. Sometimes she's good, sometimes she's evil. Heck, just depends on the day. I love turning like the really cute sunshine characters into evil little villains. It's so fun. But she looks so much better now, and I'm so glad that so many people have fallen in love with her. Yeah, there's not a whole bunch about her besides she's just such a bubbly little character, and I'm so glad she's been around for a very long time. But yeah, that's Fawn. Alright, next on the list we are going to talk about my witches. We are going to talk about Rowena and Ravena. So Rowena, in the beginning, I know a lot of you guys remember this because that video is still up. Whenever I was doing how my characters would react, Rowena made an appearance. Oh, that look. That look was scary. I don't know what I was thinking. I just quickly put together a look and called it a day. She had a black corset on with pink contacts and a pink goofy witch hat. Now she looks awesome. The white hat, the white dress with the flowy tassels off the shoulders, the purple makeup with the white eyes and the splattering of white makeup. Oh, she looks gorgeous. I love her so much. And then there's Ravena, which is like the darker version of Oops. She is like the darker version of her, or sometimes they're sisters, sometimes they're friends, sometimes they're acquaintances. Just depends on the day, depends on the vibe. But they're just like opposites. So I love Ravena because like she wears all black. Her makeup base is green with black splats of makeup, and then her lips are black with green splats of makeup. I love it. The first time I showed these characters was on my take of No Good Deed from Wicked, and I love that video so much. It was so fun to make that, and it's so pretty to me, and like the magic, the spells, they look amazing. I love them so much, and I need to hang out with them more. It's just really hard to get in Rowena's dress because it's huge. It's a huge ball gown. It's actually a wedding dress too, so it is huge, but I love them. They are just so gorgeous, and we will definitely see them a lot more in the future. But those are my witches, Ravena and Rowena. Two newer characters that so many people have fallen in love with. We're going to talk about my Avatar-inspired characters, Avonlei and Enya. The moment I saw these outfits online, I immediately thought of Avatar, and I was like, I can finally make these characters because I found something that fits them really, really well. I cannot tell you guys how much I love their outfits and how much I love these characters. They are gorgeous. They're so pretty, and they're awesome. To say so myself, they are freaking awesome. Alrighty, I love Avonlei because she's very much like the water. She's very flowy, very go with the flow, literally, and she's just so pretty. She's so gentle. She's so soft. Versus Enya, who's like, I am power. I'm gonna punch you in the face if you make eye contact with me. She is full of power. She is full of fury. She's full of fire. And I love portraying them together because, again, the color contrasting is so pretty. Sometimes they're the same person. Sometimes they are enemies. Sometimes they are friends. Sometimes I'll portray Avonlei as a bloodbender in disguise, like how Katara is. I love Avonlei's hair, how I incorporate the hair swoopies, half up, half down hair. And then Enya's is typically all up with 2 braids coming on the side. I just feel like it's so pretty. They both look the same, but they're completely different, and they're freaking cool. They're a force to be reckoned with, and I love them. I do want to create an earthbender and an airbender, but I don't think I'd be able to get those costumes again, so I gotta find something else. They're not gonna look the same as the waterbender and the firebender, but we will be making something eventually in the future, because I feel like we need all 4 in order for it to make sense. And then in the end, we're gonna create an avatar, like the avatar inspired character. I think that would be so fun. But yeah, that is Avonlei and Enya. Oh my gosh, this person. Okay, this character's look was recently remade. Holy fart. She looks incredible. We're going to talk about my love, Zyla, the dark enchantress. Oh my gosh. The way she looked in the very, very beginning was nothing. I had no idea what to do. I was like, okay, well, I have little to no resources, and she just looks like a very simple character, so we're just gonna say heck it and go with the flow. But now, oh my freaking heart, she looks so freaking beautiful. I feel beautiful when I hang out with her. I look beautiful. She looks beautiful. The purple contacts, the golden skin, the golden ears, the golden horns with the leaves coming down, and then the golden makeup. Oh my gosh. I love the way she looks, guys. I love the like little werewolf fangs that I give her. She looks incredible. She is very in your face evil. Like, you don't want to mess with her. Sometimes she loves humans, sometimes she hates them, sometimes she's a good guy, sometimes she's a bad guy, sometimes she's nice, sometimes she's evil. She looks so incredible. But I love how many people have complimented saying how pretty she looks, because I never thought I would be able to create her the way that I envisioned, and how she looks in these like concept pictures and in my concept art. It looks amazing, and like I'm shaking just thinking about it, because I'm so proud of that look. And oh, I can't wait to show you guys more videos with her, because it's beautiful pieces of art in my opinion. But yeah, that is Zyla. Another huge fan favorite. We're going to talk about Mist. I love Mist with a burning literal passion. Mist is so unique, and she's so cute. She's so soft. She's so sweet. She's so gentle. The way she looked in the beginning versus now, I feel like her makeup is so much more cleaner. I'm still working on her because there are a lot of elements missing from her. But you know, sometimes she is half moon, half sun, half fire, half ice, and she just looks so pretty. I love her. I'm so proud of the horns that I painted. It just pulled everything together so much better. I experimented with like half and half wigs, but they just did not look good at all. So I love just using my natural hair for that, because it looks good. And she's not fully put together yet, but she looks great just the way that she is. And I love her. She's so cool, and she is literally, I think, my most unique character and one of my most underrated. And so many people love her. My favorite video that I've made with her was the Freaks song, because that's just exactly what she is. She's so welcoming, and you know, if she were to ever find a fellow freak out there in the world, she would immediately welcome them with open arms when they are rejected by society. So I love Mist with all my heart. Don't know where her story is just yet, since we're still working on her, but I think she would have one of the most comforting stories ever. But yeah, that's Mist. Alrighty, this character disappeared for a little bit just because of the wings. The wings that I had for her at first were not working out that well, but I have new wings, but they are a little big. So we are taking some time to work with her just a little bit more. We are going to talk about my Valkyrie, Sarcyla. Sarcyla's name came when I was sitting in the parking lot, and I thought about 3 words: sarcastic, cycle, and cyclone. And then I was mixing the words and created Sarcyla. And I think that's one of the coolest names. She is inspired by a Valkyrie, but my take on a fantasy Valkyrie, where they have, she has no leader, she bows to no one, but she works for the good. You know, she protects good, vanquishes evil. She's really cool, very powerful. She's very godlike. The only thing I'm not liking right now is the wig that I have for her because it just doesn't look good. And also the makeup that I put on her neck, the gold glitter, oh my gosh, getting that off is the biggest pain in the butt. But she is so pretty. I love the gold crown I give her that has the gold horns. She's so pretty and she's so cool. We will be seeing more of her down the line. Again, there's just some things we got to work with first. We want to make sure that none of these characters clash in together and look so similar to another character, because then it's kind of like, what's the point? But yeah, that is Sarcyla. Alrighty, we'll talk about one of my villains from one of my short stories. We're going to talk about Oshiarah. I love her name. Her name is so freaking cool. Her look is definitely going to change next time I show her. I only like to show her in the long stories because that's just where I prefer for her to stay. But one day I'll bring her to like shorter stories and stuff like that. The one thing I don't like right now is the dress that I have for her, because I use that dress with a lot of characters, but I don't like the cracks that go up both sides of her face. I feel like it didn't really pull together very well. However, though, I love the gray ombre to purple wig. I think that wig is so pretty and it fits her so well. And I love the horns with the crown. She is a very evil sea witch, like very evil. I think she's one of my most evil characters that I've created. I loved her in The Call of Calypso. I love that story so much. Even though it's not like 100% put together, like it's still so fun. And I think that's one of the greatest things that I've ever created on camera. But Oshiarah is really cool. I love playing the villain characters. It is so fun. But she is very menacing, very intimidating, and very scary. Yeah, there's not a whole bunch to her yet. We're still hanging out with her and still working with her, but that is Oshiarah. Another character that people have been asking questions for is River. River is my main character from my short story, Cyrus. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'm not going to go into too much depth about that story because it's a lot. I will say I'm not sure when the story will continue, but it will continue eventually. It's just a very detailed and very long story. So yeah, River is the big sister of her little sister, Lily. And in their story, she ends up finding a piece of the fallen moon, Zalaria. And by picking up that moon, it basically, how do you describe that? River's soul and body absorbs the moon and gains its power. But with that power comes a curse, which is immortality, so she can't die. She does have a weakness, but we're not elaborating on that just yet. But she has really cool, very electric powers. Her makeup glows. Her suit is like electricity and it glows. It is so cool. I love Cyrus. Cyrus is one of my most unique stories. And for the fact that so many people have loved it makes me so happy, because I was really nervous to put those videos out. But so many people have loved it. And I think her look now makes so much more sense in my head versus the first part. But that's what we love about teasers, is that the teasers are not going to look the same as the official storytelling videos and stuff like that that follow afterwards. But I love River. She's so cool. It definitely reflects from me as a big sister. She's very protective, and even though it may come with like problems, you know, she does what she needs to do in order to protect the ones that she loves, and she loves her little sister so much, and she will literally love her until death. But yeah, that is River. Oh, next we're going to talk about my golden goddess Thea. Haven't hung out with her in a while because my gold dresses kind of got messed up and I need new ones, and I'm really upset about that because I loved those dresses. But I love Thea. Thea is such a beautiful, very soft character. Anytime you know it's Thea is when everything of her is gold. The dress is gold, the makeup is gold. I love giving her red lips, it's so pretty, and then her gold horns. There's not a whole bunch to say about her. My favorite video would have to be to the song Innocence. That video was so comforting for so many people, and it's just such a beautiful video. It's so beautiful. We will be bringing her back eventually. I just need to find that right golden dress, you know what I mean? But yeah, that is Thea. Two characters that people can't get enough of. We're going to talk about my high angel and my dark angel, Lyra and Lanira. Man, the Welcome to Wonderland series really uplifted and helped so many people in ways that I never thought was possible. You know, oh gosh, I never thought it'd be possible with characters to bring so much love and comfort to those who need it, whether they're going through mental struggles or loss or any other personal struggles. And Lyra and Lanira really pulled some heartstrings and really brought happiness to so many people. I do plan on bringing Welcome to Wonderland back eventually. It's just when you listen to the same song over and over again, it's hard sometimes. But anyways, Lanira is the high angel. She is the one who welcomes the good souls to the heavens or the gates, the afterlife, whichever way you'd like to see it. And she welcomes them with magic and the beauty of the afterlife. And, you know, there are souls who get scared to move on, and they get scared to leave, like, the ghostly world on Earth. But she reassures them, like, it's okay, you know, because in this world, anything is possible. The dreams that you've always had, the good dreams and the good magic you've always thought of, it's right here. And she's so comforting, and I love her so much. And I love how she goes about welcoming these souls to the afterlife, because it gives so many people hope, and it gives so many people comfort. It even brought me comfort, and it brings me comfort when going through loss. And even just when I'm just having a bad day, just thinking about that makes me so happy. Now, Lanira is a huge fan favorite. She is the keeper of the underworld, or the keeper of hell, whichever way you'd like to call it. She welcomes the evil, rotten souls to their destination where they rightfully belong. But despite trying to show that she has such a cold and dark heart, she also has a heart of gold. And the way that she has comforted people is so unbelievably amazing. I love Lanira with all my heart. I love Lanira and her frickin' minion. That's just what that character's gonna be called. She has a look. One day we will see her. And Minion is just hilarious. I love the interactions between her and Minion. It is just so funny. And the way that she helps welcome souls to the afterlife, because she can switch back and forth, and she has this beautiful magic to her that is so comforting. It's like you never know such darkness would have such a light in such like a dark place. You know what I mean? But I love them so much. We will be seeing them again, and I cannot wait to bring them back. Just right now, we're gonna wait just a little bit longer due to certain reasons. But yeah, that is Lanira and Lyra, the High Angel and the Dark Angel. Alrighty, another new character who has been unnamed for a little bit, but she's only been in just a couple of videos. This character is gonna be kind of hard to talk about because it's really hard to explain. So I portrayed my character, the Dimension Drifter, we'll get to her after this, going into the Percy Jackson world, dimension, universe. And a lot of people loved that character. I had no intentions of keeping her as an original character because I want original characters to be separated from like characters out of books. But then I guess we're gonna keep her because so many people love her. And so her name is Demelza. I cannot wait to show you guys some videos that I have. It's so magical and so cool. But she, again, is my take because everyone knows how much I love the goddess Athena. I love her with all my heart. I look to her for guidance all the time. And I love Athena. So it's kind of like, well, what if I wanted to envision myself as what if, like, I was her demigod or godly child? Like, that would be so cool, even though obviously she doesn't have any children. But I love Demelza. She's so cool. She won't always have curly hair because curling my hair is the biggest pain in the butt, and I want to make sure that I protect my hair as much as possible. I love the curly hair. It works so well and it is so pretty. But again, she won't always have curly hair. But yeah, that is Demelza, the daughter of Athena. Alrighty, and then there is the Dimension Drifter. There is a story in the works. I think it is such a cool story. Don't know when it's going to be brought to light because, again, there's so many projects, so many characters that we're working on, but it is really cool in my opinion, and I am so excited to show you guys. I can't tell you guys much about this character. She does have a name. We will be continuing the series where the Wanted Dimension Drifter is going into different dimensions, trying to escape whoever is chasing her. And that stuff is so fun. There are so many requests of where she should go, and I am so excited to continue it. So far, she has only gone to a sci-fi, cyberpunk type world, and she has gone to the Percy Jackson universe. And I just love it. The whole point of that is she's going into these worlds and it's like, okay, this is what she would look like in this type of world. She wouldn't become one of the characters that already exists, even though I kind of made her look like Artemis on accident in that first video. But there are so many other places where she's ready to go, and I'm so excited, and I'm so excited to tell you guys her story, and I'm so excited to tell you guys her name because I think it's really cool. But yeah, that is the Dimension Drifter, or the Wanted Dimension Drifter. Another character we have is a character that has been here for quite a long time, and that is Queen Dahlia, or I guess you could also say princess, depending on the story that I'm telling. Anytime you see a princess or a queen, just like a random princess or queen, that is typically Dahlia. There have been several princess and queen stories that I have told throughout the years, but my favorite one has to be my short story Photogenic Revenge. I love the name of that story. I don't know what it is, but it sounds scary, it sounds spooky, and I love it. So there's not just one story, there are literally hundreds, and I love telling princess and like royalty stories. They're just so much fun. I love incorporating other characters and incorporating like witches and stuff. Like, it's just so much fun. But Queen Dahlia has been around for a long time and she always looks so pretty. Alrighty, I have welcomed 2 new characters on board very, very recently, and that is Titania, which is the rain, and Zalaria, which is thunder or lightning, whichever way I decide to portray her. Zalaria was originally supposed to just be like my storm bringer, like all kinds of storms. But then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna end up having a bunch of different characters that represent different kinds of storms and like different weather and stuff like that. So rain and lightning / thunder was born. I'm not 100% satisfied with Zalaria's look yet. It just wasn't giving enough oomph or power. I don't know if it's the hair. I like the crown on her and I love the dress. I love the dress. But I think it's the makeup that's throwing me off. Sometimes I'll show her as an overall storm bringer, or just thunder, or just lightning, or pretty much both, because you can't have one or the other individually. You gotta have both. But I do love how we're coming along so far, and I love her name. And Titania, which is rain, she is beautiful. I love the blue. For the fact that the wig and the dress match perfectly on that shade of blue is insane. I love the silver halo I give her, the white eyes, the silver makeup with the shimmery blue lips, and then the same type of dress that Zalaria has. It's just so pretty. She is beautiful. I have been waiting to give a character the name Titania for a very long time, and it fits her perfectly. I love putting them in videos together. I already have so many videos with them, and it's just so cool. They're both so different from each other. Zalaria is, again, boom, power, in your face, thunder, boom, crashing, like all kinds of stuff. Whereas Titania is very flowy and very calm and very peaceful, but also rain can be kind of scary. It can be like, you know, really hard rain, and you know, that she can give that kind of power. But I love them both. They are so unbelievably beautiful, and they have my heart. So I cannot wait to show you guys more of Titania and Zalaria. Oh, also keep in mind, this part's probably going to end up being at the end of the video, but keep in mind, when I show videos of characters in one video, that does not mean that their stories are intertwined in any way, shape, or form. I just love to pick and choose different characters and then put them together and show how they could possibly react. Because it's just so much fun. You have so many different personalities, and when you clash different personalities together, you get a pretty great freaking show. So I just have to put that out there, because a lot of people speculate that certain characters' stories like intertwine, and sometimes that's just not really the case. They're just really fun to just pair up with different people, because you're gonna get one heck of a show depending who you put in the same room. Alrighty, I believe that is it for right now. If there are any other characters that I have talked about before but haven't named, it's just because there's no look just yet, there's no story, there's no nothing, and we are still working on them. So do let me know if you guys got through this video. I know this one's gonna be a long one. It might be a doozy, because again, when it comes to talking about the things that I love, sometimes my words don't make sense, and sometimes I get really excited and make no sense, and sometimes my words don't word. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed getting to know my characters. Maybe down the line, I will talk about my characters a lot more in depth and all that stuff. Just depends on what you guys want to see. But I wanted to take a second and thank you guys so much for loving my characters. It really means the world to me, because one day I will tell you why these characters were created and why certain things are created, but we're not there just yet. But it makes my heart so happy to know that so many of you guys have been inspired by these characters and these stories, and it just makes me so happy because, you know, on the days when I'm feeling down and I need someone to hang out with because I don't have a lot of physical people in my life to hang out with, I immediately come in here and hang out with my characters. And to know that they give you guys comfort, joy, encouragement, laughter, all my heart, it makes me so happy. And I really hope to one day do even greater and bigger things with these characters. If I could make like animated movies, animated shorts or something, like, there are so many dreams that I have for these characters, and they're just so unique. And I don't know where I would be if I didn't start this way of storytelling and this way of like showing characters. I don't know, I don't think I'd be here. But it's really cool where we're at, and this whole legacy that I have began, it's so cool, and it brings me so much happiness. And I could go on and on and on and on and talk about it all the time, but like, holy crap, this is where we are. These iconic characters who have names and have stories, this giant multiverse I have created, and it's just so cool, and I love it. And it's a reason why a lot of people are still here today. People tell me all the time, like, you've saved me, and you know, I see your guys' comments, I do. Sometimes I'm just socially awkward and don't respond to everything because I'm awkward. I'm an awkward little bean. But, sorry. My characters, I mean, people have told me all the time that my characters and my stories have saved people. And they saved me too. And by people saying that my characters have saved someone, I did that. I created this. I did this. I have worked for this. I have given happiness. I have given shelter. I have given people a home where they feel like they don't belong anywhere else. I did this. And it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Never in a million years did I think that I would impact people with the crazy little characters and the crazy stories in my head. My goal since day one was to always make someone smile. My goal since day one was to make just one person smile, and now I'm making so many people smile every day. And it heals the biggest part of my heart because, you know, growing up telling people about the crazy little stories in my head, people treated me like I was freaking weird, like in a bad sense weird. And people called me all kinds of names and treated me as if I just didn't belong anywhere. And I tried fitting into this world that didn't deserve me or my creation or my creativity or my imagination or my kindness. And then I created this. I created a world where we are welcoming to fellow weirdos, fellow dorks, fellow nerds, fellow freaks. And now here we are, a giant garden full of over 5 million sunflowers. And speaking of that, holy crap, thank you all so much for 5 million subscribers. It means the absolute world to me. And to know that there are that many people watching and that many people who consider this as another home and a comfort space or whatever it may be to them makes me so unbelievably happy. It's just awesome. It's so awesome. I have helped people realize that they're not alone, and I always felt out of place with my stories, but then I found all of you guys who loves this stuff, and it makes me so happy. I talk too much. My bad. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you want me to babble on about these things, please let me know and I will figure out what to babble on about next. But seriously, thank you all so much for sitting with me and hanging out with me. It means the absolute world to me. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I hope now knowing the names of my characters that we have right now helps. The next time we'll make a get to know my characters is when we have like 15, maybe 20 characters that are brand new. So we don't have to keep remaking this video. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the next video. I love you all so much. So much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!